I came across this hand played by Malinowski that really stood out to me.
I feel tears welling up behind my eyes. Far from home, every thought brings me down. Sun still shines, dry my eyes, take a breath, wash my face, pale and thin, start again.
Create solution, put in the flop, and we get a solution within seconds. Pure check by Misha. Okay, so when we let the AI choose only one bet size, it goes with 40%. And Wiktor went with 30%, so that should be totally fine as a sizing as well. Gonna change that. And he should be able to c-bet a little bit more with the small sizing, of course. Apparently he's checking still quite a lot, even though an ace-high flop. It's just that Misha is gonna have some hands like, yeah, for instance 7-5 that Malinowski doesn't have. Malinowski has a big range advantage, still also has a lot of hands that doesn't need a lot of protection, like these overpairs here, king highs and whatnot. Weaker aces that can check back, that are not getting called by much worse a lot of the time, and that really don't want to see a raise. So yeah, still a lot of checkbacks even though the range advantage. Wiktor's ace-queen combo here is actually supposed to check back quite a lot. So yeah, a large checking range overall for Wiktor, and his combo is checking back a lot as well. He does bet, and Misha makes the correct float with the king-queen of hearts. This is a must continue, so he does call. Okay, so back to Wiktor on the jack of hearts turn. Solver chooses a 100% sizing. And Wiktor checks back this time. And yeah, very nice. We can see the solver is checking back pure. The EVs being very close, but a very solid check back by Wiktor here. Let's go to the river. This is a very tricky spot for both, it seems. Misha is definitely gonna have multiple options here, while the solver chooses either a check or a freaking all-in size. Maybe we can adjust Misha's betting strategy a little bit. Let's first look what he actually did again. So he went for the half pot sizing, and the solver is choosing a 40% or all-in sizing. So let's make this 50% first of all. Perhaps we can also add an all-in and a small overbet sizing. That should probably also be used by the solver is my guess. Let's take a look. Yeah, so when we add that, interestingly, when we add that overbet sizing, the solver is now choosing less of the all-in sizing. See, if we hover over Misha's combo, it now chooses the overbet sizing, less all-in. So that quite changes things. So shall we just go with this? Let's do it, okay. So yeah, Misha can do different things with his combo here. It can also bet 50, although the solver is not doing it very often, only 2%. Of course the EVs are close, but yeah, the solver is not choosing the 50%. Yeah, let's just actually also remove the all-in sizing. Right, I think Misha is also gonna use their overbet sizing. I think he should. For instance, we can check the EV right now with these two sizes, 50% and 150%. Misha's EV is 1496. If we would remove the overbet and letting Misha only bet 50%, the EV would likely drop, see, quite significantly too, to 1464. So yeah, with that, I am definitely going to assume that Misha is going to have some sort of overbet in his strategy. Also, Wiktor's strategy to a check, we're just gonna keep that, just a solid 67%. That's probably gonna be close to his strategy as well. Okay, so Misha does choose to bet 50% with the king queen of hearts. And of course that is close, right? I mean, the EVs are, well, relatively close. And the other king queens are in fact betting 50%. I'm way too curious to see what's gonna happen after Misha's bet here. Is Wiktor Malinowski allowed to raise the ace queen for value? The solver says absolutely not. The solver does choose a raise size, exactly what Wiktor chose, 50% or to 47.1. So we're just gonna keep that, but wow, I mean, that is quite a stark difference. He does have a little bit of raises with ace king, only a little bit. The ace queen is just really far from a raise if you look at the EVs for these, right? That is an EV difference of 3.3 or something, which equates to $330. So yeah, we can note lock it later. Let's just first see what Misha is gonna do. He's probably just gonna shove with the king queen, right? Yeah, just gonna have only shoves here when he raises. We can see actually here that Wiktor is not gonna have any king queens in his range, likely because he's never betting them on the flop. I was gonna say like because he's gonna bluff them on the turn, but no, the real reason is he's not gonna bet them on the flop at all. Which is why Misha can safely shove the jacks here as well. 9-8. But yeah, this hand is played pretty far from GTO, it seems. And not only did Wiktor raise when he shouldn't have, he also called the re-raise. To see if that is a thing at all, he would have to note lock. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna add some raises here to, I don't know, yeah, to the ace queen, I guess a little bit of ace king. This is a, like, not exactly perfect, of course, because it does completely change the whole dynamics of both strategies, but it's, yeah, it's an easy way to sort of check. Right, it will change Misha's strategy as well a little bit. So he does bet 50%. Wiktor raises with his ace queen. And Misha, yeah, he chooses the 75% sizing, right? So yeah, let's just click that. And let's see if the ace queen ever calls. Yeah, it doesn't. And it's apparently... Is this right? I moved 2 decimals, right? Apparently this is... Wow, is this really a $5,625 mistake? Is this really right? Did I really record this hand the right way? Is this really correct, or did have Malinowski 9-8? He probably didn't have the 9-8 because he raised from the hijack. The Magic K probably just showed at the river, that's why it's showing. But this is pretty amazing. And again, we never really know, right? I really don't know Misha's game. He may have been playing in a way that caused Wiktor Malinowski to make a huge deviation from GTO. Maybe correctly, we don't know. But just looking at the GTO solutions, Wiktor's play is absolutely miles away from GTO. While Misha's play is, well, just fine, right? He shouldn't have half pot the king queen of hearts, but that is really just doesn't matter too much. He should have shoved instead of raising smaller. Well, okay, also doesn't matter that much. That's still way closer to GTO, also in EV, than what Wiktor did. But Wiktor's play, flop and turn, is totally fine what he did. The river though, like, he really went off the rails here. What do you guys think here? What happened here? Was Wiktor just drunk and he went completely out of his mind here? Or was there maybe some exploitation happening here? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I hope you liked this video and I really hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one.